Greetings, brave souls, to our channel. Prepare to venture into the realm of fear and mystery, where the boundaries of reality and myth blur. In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, there lies a quaint and picturesque town called Blackwood. The town's history is riddled with chilling legends, one of which centers around a cursed cabin located deep in the woods. Locals spoke in hushed whispers about the Dark Wanderer, a malevolent spirit said to roam the forests, seeking revenge on anyone who dared to disturb its resting place. One stormy autumn night, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to test their courage and explore the infamous cabin. Fueled by curiosity and a desire for thrill, they ventured into the darkness, armed with flashlights and uneasy laughter. As they approached the cabin, the air grew colder, and a sense of dread settled in their hearts. The windows of the cabin were boarded up, and the dilapidated structure seemed to creak and groan as if haunted by its own memories. Undeterred, the teenagers pushed open the cabin's door, and an otherworldly gust of wind greeted them. Extinguishing their flashlights, darkness engulfed the room, and they felt an oppressive presence that seemed to watch their every move. Attempting to dismiss their fear as mere superstition, they lit their flashlights again and explored the cabin's interior. Strange symbols adorned the walls, and an old journal lay open on a dusty table, recounting tales of terror and lost souls. As they delved deeper into the cabin, they accidentally knocked over a peculiar artifact, a mysterious silver amulet. Ignoring the legends surrounding it, they pocketed the amulet as a souvenir of their adventure. The moment they left the cabin, a chilling silence fell over the woods. The trees seemed to lean inward, as if whispering warnings to the intruders. Days passed, and the teenagers began experiencing horrifying nightmares. Visions of a shadowy figure, the Dark Wanderer, haunted their sleep, and they woke up in cold sweats, feeling a malevolent presence watching them. One by one, their lives began to spiral into a nightmarish state. They fell ill with mysterious ailments, their minds tormented by relentless fear. The Dark Wanderer had emerged from the legends, seeking vengeance on those who disturbed its home. Desperate to break the curse, the teenagers sought help from the town's elders, who revealed the truth behind the legend. The amulet they had taken from the cabin was a cursed artifact that bound the souls of those who trespassed into the Dark Wanderer's realm. Finally, after performing a harrowing ritual, they managed to return the amulet to its rightful place. The cabin shook violently, and the Dark Wanderer's presence dissipated, freeing the trapped souls. The town of Blackwood breathed a collective sigh of relief. But the legend of the Dark Wanderer lived on as a warning to all who dared to meddle with the supernatural. The incident in the Appalachian Mountains had transformed a real legend into a chilling tale of vengeance and redemption. In the remote and mist-shrouded mountains of West Virginia, there lies a small, isolated town called Ravens Peak. The town's history is steeped in dark legends, one of which spoke of a malevolent entity known as the Veil Walker. The legend told of a sinister figure that lurked in the shadows, capable of crossing between the realms of the living and the dead. One chilling winter, a group of college students decided to spend their vacation exploring the enigmatic beauty of Ravens Peak. Drawn by the allure of the legends, they sought to unravel the mysteries that had plagued the town for generations. As they ventured deeper into the dense forest that encircled the town, a foreboding silence settled upon them. The once familiar sounds of nature were replaced by an eerie stillness, and the temperature plummeted, chilling them to the bone. Undeterred, they continued their journey, their excitement clouding their judgment. They stumbled upon an ancient cemetery that held the graves of those who had supposedly fallen victim to the Veil Walker. Unfazed by the legends, they laughed off the eerie atmosphere and decided to camp within the cemetery for the night. As darkness descended, a thick fog rolled in, enveloping the graveyard in an impenetrable shroud. The air grew heavy with a malevolent energy, and the group could feel an unseen presence watching them from the shadows. In the dead of night, their laughter turned to hushed whispers as a figure emerged from the fog. A tall, shadowy silhouette with glowing eyes. Panic gripped them as they realized the Veil Walker had come for them. Paralyzed with fear, they watched as the figure glided towards them, its ghostly form blurring the line between the living and the dead. The temperature dropped further, and their breaths turned to frost in the air. One by one, the students began to disappear, their terrified screams silenced by the relentless grip of the Veil Walker. The ancient legend had come to life before their very eyes, and the group had become unwitting pawns in its sinister game. As dawn broke, the fog lifted, revealing the chilling aftermath. The once excited group was reduced to a few shaken survivors, bearing witness to the truth behind the legend they had dismissed as mere superstition. Word of the harrowing incident spread like wildfire, and Raven's Peak became a town of dread, with the legend of the Veil Walker ingrained in its very core. To this day, the mountains of West Virginia whisper tales of the Veil Walker, serving as a haunting reminder that some legends hold a horrifying truth. The incident in Raven's Peak had transformed the legend into a living nightmare, forever haunting the town and those who dare to seek the truth behind its chilling stories. In the deep and mysterious swamplands of Louisiana, there was a remote and secluded village called Bayou Hollow. The village had a long history of eerie tales, one of which revolved around a malevolent spirit known as the Bayou Banshee. According to legend, the Banshee was a vengeful entity that emerged from the murky waters to claim the souls of those who dared to trespass in its domain. One summer, a group of curious young adults decided to venture into the Bayou Hollow in search of adventure and the truth behind the local legends. Armed with cameras and an insatiable curiosity, they set out to explore the heart of the swamp, undeterred by the chilling tales that circulated among the villagers. As they ventured deeper into the swamp's labyrinthine waterways, an eerie silence enveloped them. The air grew thick and oppressive, and the sounds of nature seemed to hush in the presence of an unknown force. The group pressed on, dismissing their unease as mere nerves. As night descended, they stumbled upon an ancient, overgrown cemetery hidden deep within the swamp. Ignoring the weathered tombstones and warnings etched on them, they decided to camp there for the night, confident in their own invincibility. Under the light of the full moon, a haunting melody echoed through the trees, carrying the mournful cries of the Bayou Banshee. Fear gripped the group as the legend seemed to come alive before their eyes. They attempted to flee, but the Banshee's ethereal presence held them in its grasp. One by one, the Banshee claimed the souls of the young adventurers. Each vanishing without a trace. Their panicked screams and pleas were met with an ominous silence as the Banshee's malevolent laughter echoed through the swamp. As dawn broke, a search party was assembled to find the missing young adults, but they were nowhere to be found. The Bayou Hollow became a place of dread, the villagers' warnings vindicated as the legend of the Bayou Banshee proved to be a chilling reality. To this day, the swamp remains untouched, its secrets guarded by the spirits that haunt its waters. The legend of the Bayou Banshee lives on, a cautionary tale to those who dare to challenge the supernatural forces that lurk within the shadows of the Louisiana Bayou. The incident in Bayou Hollow had transformed a real legend into a harrowing nightmare, forever haunting the village and its inhabitants.